Britain, and today I'm doing a YouTube video on a popcan stove. I think I'm going to make a penny stove today. I won't be making a double walled one, I'm just making a single one. So firstly, what you need either a pair of scissors and a Sharpie or a permanent marker, or just a craft knife. Some sandpaper. This is quite old, so it's not very good. So it's going to be quite rough. Either a stack of magazines. I'm using a stack of coasters. You need 2 cans. I've got 2 Monster Energy Rippers. They're not cheap. So I'm going to start off. I'll do 1 can with the Sharpie and the scissors, and 1 with the craft knife. So with my Sharpie. So the top needs to be bigger than the bottom. So I want mine just about above this writing that says energy induced. So I've done these stacked so it's just at the right height. I'll take 1 away from the height because of the height of the Sharpie. So as you can see, I'm doing this quite small because this needs to be quite a small stove. This one's going to have a sort of a built-in pot stand. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a line there which I've drawn. I'm just going to poke a hole in it. I'm going to poke a hole not on the line, just quite far above the line. I don't want to damage these cans before I do it. If you can hear any of that typing noise, just a bit of background sound. That bottom half that I just cut, it's not that sharp. I'm just going to take this sandpaper. I'm going to find a bit that's nice and rough, and I'm just going to sand off the edge on it, just so it's a bit less sort of. So of course, these cans need to be empty when you start making these stoves. That's the bottom half. It's quite small. That's very small, that. And now next I need to do that again. I'm just going to sand it. It's not quite sharp. Now these are meant to join together. And I've cut 4 slits in the bottom. And I've come up with the idea of sliding the top one into the slits. So you need to make a pretty big hole. This is quite a big one, quite large. That's to put the fuel into it. And you need to make about 16 to 32 of these holes in this bit. As you can see, it comes through. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's quite a big hole. And if these are any bigger than that kind of size, this will not work. So you want about, I'd say I'm going to put 16 on. And then this is going to be the pot stand, and you put this, let's imagine that's the pot, you put the pot there, and the flames still come up on it. Okay, I'll just do that, and I'll show you. Okay, so I know this final stove is completely different to how I told you to do it. It looks it, but to be honest, it's actually quite simple. So all that I did to change it was those 4 slits that I did. I thought they were useless. It just needed gluing, so I just cut them all off.
So I'm getting food.
And I just pushed them in. Oh, sorry, I just pushed them together, and I did it really gently. And you see, because there's a tiny overlap, which you want, just push them over just to try and hold it on a bit stiffer. And so you got the odd rough bits when I did the holes. To do the holes, I just did this and I just twiddled it around in there. It took me 2 blades on that knife because it will run out. Just giving them a bit of sand. Okay, the next step is to sand all this paint off. Okay, so this is the finished product. I've sanded off the majority of the paint. Not quite all of it, but that's not a problem. It doesn't really need all of its paint sanding off. And I'll show you how it works. So I can't really demonstrate it right now, but I'll demonstrate it in a bit. So you pour some alcohol that's flammable, or some methylated spirits in there, and you then heat up the bottom slightly, and then light it, and then that will produce like a pressure. And this is not a jet, so that doesn't matter if that gets covered up, because these jets will still work. This is a mess tin, just a normal mess tin. I'll just show you. I'll just put that on there. So yeah, that's on there, and the jets are still. I'll do a quick boil test with this methylated spirit stove. Very small. Just fill it with some meths. Right, you don't need much methylated spirits to burn it. Of course, you always keep the fuel away. This is fuel methylated spirits. You always keep this fuel, which we've got here, away. And all of the little blue flames, these little ones, they're the jets. There's a massive flamethrower coming out the middle, that's the hole in the middle. And the flames that are really messy on the outside, that's the actual surface that it's on. But that's going to have to burn through. I'll show it again when it started burning. You might not be able to see it here, but yeah, of course the middle jet, that's producing that massive flame. And this side, where it went a little, I cracked it a little bit, that's producing a big, flame. As you can see, I've sort of set the ground on fire a bit, but look at it, it's a bit of wood that we don't need. All of the jets have gone on. I'm quite proud of it actually. I might have to seal that hole up somehow, maybe a bit of super glue. Yeah, I'm quite proud of that. Apart from that hole on the side. At first, it did set the wood on fire, but yeah. I'm going to put my water back on. No, it won't go on. It's very odd because this sets on fire for some reason. That's I don't know whether it's got some alcohol on it. So that's going to burn quite a while. Yeah, I think I might have put quite a bit in because that flame's quite high. Very, very warm. I can't really blow it out. I've got an idea. I'll come back in a minute. The flame's died down a bit, and I've just cut a tiny bit of, and I'm going to put just the rest of that can, and I'm just going to put that into that middle bit, over the hole. Yeah, there's still a bit of flame coming through, but there's less of a flamethrower. I'm quite proud of the jets. The jets are quite good.